CEO Ronald Hickler from Creating the Difference. Today we're going to talk about the brand new Motiv Subzero Forge. This ball features the Leverage MXC solid cover stock. We checked the hardness, it was 73.5, which is a little bit softer, but still by all means legal. The surface of the bowling ball, it says it's 2000 LSS. It actually scanned right at 2000 grit. The absorption rate is fast on this bowling ball. Features the detonator core shape, which is symmetrical at 2.47 and 0.055 differential. The mass bias is 0 because it's a symmetrical bowling ball. The layout is 60 by 4.5 by 30. And I'm gonna be honest, super excited when I saw the name of the bowling ball because of the old game, Mortal Kombat. If you don't know what that is, you're about to learn a little bit about it. I'm putting it on the ice today and we're gonna let it rip. Let's go ahead and get started.
Fight.
This ball is a bigger hooking ball.
Round one.
First shot, this ball is definitely gonna be more of that traction shape.
Finish it.
Okay, definitely digs in the lane a little bit, strong shape. Give it a few more shots. See what happens when we get to the friction, if it reads it a little early or does it go ahead and continues off of it too. It's hard to see, but 0.55 differential means a lot of flare. I mean, this ball's flaring like 3/4 of the ball almost. It's a lot of flare. A lot of big spacing. And what that means is that there's a big difference between the low RG number and the high RG number. That's what differential really is. And what happens when you have high differential is you get a lot of spacing. And the spacing helps to promote earlier hook. As long as those flare lines aren't touching each other, you're gonna be able to get that earlier hook. So whether they're large spacing or smaller spacing is not as important as the fact that you have to have some spacing. Aced it. Woo, that was right on top of the last one. Woo, she hooked. It's got the feel of like, it's not too early. Like I was thinking this ball was gonna be too early. It doesn't feel like it's too early. It feels like it's just gonna be a strong continuous ball. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely not too quick and it wants to make some shape. So I'm gonna get it now to the friction. I've been kind of keeping it in the oil. I'm gonna get it more to the friction to see how it reads the friction. There we go. All right, so that was a good shot. I got it about 4 more left to the friction. It did read it, wrapped 7-pin, not necessarily the greatest hit in the world, but it did read it just fine. So that's a good sign. That's a real good sign. Because if you get it in, it doesn't read it too quick, and then if I got to the friction, it doesn't over jump. So that's actually a very good sign. I like that. I wouldn't say it's a ball you'd want to use later in the block. I think you're gonna use this one more toward the earlier side, right? More when the lanes are a little bit fresher, because it's gonna be more of this ball that's gonna read the pattern, kind of tell you where the oil is, tell you where the oil isn't. Oh, come on! I really wanted that one to strike. So it's not traction, it's continuous. It reads the mid lane. Once it reads it, it keeps going. If you get it in the oil, it'll push a little bit, but not too much. If you get to the friction, it will read it like it's supposed to. I'm gonna move a little more in the friction. I wanna see if it keeps going. And it does, it's real good. So it doesn't, a lot of times what can happen is you can get bowling balls that are like that and they really want to read it too quick, especially when you get into the friction. This ball doesn't do that. That ball still gets down the lane a little bit, and then once it starts to make the move, it keeps going. This is more like a benchmark ball for more volume. That did, yeah, it's good. This one's good, I like this one. It definitely is doing the right kind of thing. It's making the right kind of shape. It's predictable, it's readable, and that's really what you want out of a bowling ball, especially a bowling ball that you're gonna use kinda on the fret. Fight. Ooh, I like it, it's good, it's good.
Fight!
You might wanna get one of these, add it to your bag. It does what it's supposed to do. I'm hoping we get some good sound effects because this one's good. I like it. I missed like 3 left. That was terrible. So you know when you throw one of those shots like that last one I just threw and it's out the window and you're like, ah, that was a bad shot. In the Mortal Kombat game, I always thought it said, whoopsie, but that's not what it says. It actually says, toasty. If you go Google it, you can figure out why it says that, but I swore it said, whoopsie. So I'm hoping he puts that in there. Now, one of my favorite things about this particular bowling ball is the fact that Motiv made it white. You know why I like it when they make them white? Because that means they get dirty fast. And you can see already, right there, in the white, it's dirty. Put a little bit of life after death on the pad, a little bit on the ball. Let it sit and break up all that dirt, and just go over it lightly. and get the white back on your bowling ball in the dirt on a scuff mark remover where it belongs. Now my bowling ball is nice and clean and ready to go back again. Now you have more information about the brand new Motiv Subzero forge. Check us out at ctdbowling.com. Join our staff. It's free to join, and you can get more information about bowling balls like this one. On behalf of Creating the Difference, I am CEO Ronald Hicklin. Talk to you soon.